show-up that we have here is a show-up of quality, and we have here a sample of people who are interested in thinking about our society at large. It's very difficult for many people to contemplate our society, to think about how things work generally, because we're busy with everyday things. My students, for instance, are full-time workers. They're also full-time students. They're working from 9 to 5, and from 5 on, they're taking classes in the evening. In my experience in higher education, in Europe and here in the Caribbean and in the United States, I've never seen such dedication as the dedication of students of St. Martin, especially students here at USM. And so I think that it is a privilege for us to have this opportunity to discuss what is going on in St. Martin, what is going on in the kingdom. And I'm really glad that you are here with us. It was an honor for me to collaborate with the St. Martin Anti-Poverty platform. Thank you, Raymond. I think that it was very important. We've been taking on a couple of initiatives lately, and we look forward to continuing with these initiatives. And I would just like to let everyone know, let the public know, let the Parliament know. Thank you, Member of Parliament, for being here and showing your dedication, commitment to USM. But would like to let St. Martin know that USM, just like St. Martin itself, is on its way to recovery. We're going to build up, we're going to expand, and most important, we want to make USM that place of critical thinking where various members of the various sectors.
Our moderator already gave you some history of the colony of Curacao and dependencies and Statia and dependencies. In those days, before 1828, Statia played a more pivotal role than St. Martin. It was Statia that was the center of the SSS Islands before 1828. But as he already gave you quite some history, I'll go directly into the Kingdom of the Netherlands since October of 2010, the so-called 10-10-10, where 4 countries, the Netherlands in the European part, in the continent of Europe, with an estimated population of 17 million, and Aruba, Curacao, and St. Martin, the other 3 countries in the kingdom, in the Caribbean part, with an estimated population of about 300,000. The kingdom has authority over the so-called kingdom matters. All other matters fall under the authority of the separate countries. The countries are autonomous in dealing with their internal affairs. But the kingdom matters, I want to share that with you as stipulated in Article 3 of the Charter, what we call the Statute R. Click there for me, please. The enforcement of the independency and protection of the kingdom. Foreign affairs, dealing with foreign states and governments. Dutch citizenship, obtaining the Dutch nationality. The knighthood regulation. So when on April 27th, you get your decoration, that is a kingdomhood regulation, that is a kingdom matter. As well as the flags and the coat of arms of the kingdom. Nationality regulation of ships, and the requirements for the safety of the navigation of vessels that carry the flag of the kingdom, with exception of the sailing ships that comes into our lagoons. The supervision of general regulations concerning admission and expulsion of Dutch citizens. European Dutch citizens are admitted by right, thus are legally admitted, but can be expelled based on, for instance, if considered a high risk for the country. Stipulation and conditions for admission or expulsion of foreigners. For instance, immigration and the residence permits. The extradition regulation concerning sending especially foreigners back to their country who have committed criminal acts abroad. Other topics can be established as kingdom matters by mutual consultation based on Article 38 of the Charter. For instance, national justice now is kingdom matters, and financial matters. That's why we have CFT. It was not so before, but after 1010, we agreed that it can become a kingdom matter. In 1997, Hirsch Berlin, member of the first chamber of the Netherlands at that time, pleaded for the institution of a kingdom parliament. As the Dutch second chamber, they function as kingdom parliament. So the Dutch second chamber is our kingdom parliament. Understand that well.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Tell them, connecting you.
During the devastating storm of Hurricane Irma, I was the minister of roaming. And I keep hearing these figures thrown out there so many times, often of times, and most of the times I shake my head. Why? And it's because I could remember when we toured the island after the roads was accessible for traffic and everyone to move around. One of the first things we did from the cabinet and from the ministry was an assessment of homes. An assessment of homes. And we categorize the different levels of destruction. And there was X's on some homes, there were circles on some homes, there was lines on some homes. And in came the Red Cross, in came all sort of different other international agencies putting out their figures. And there is something that I think we all need to understand here in St. Martin, is in certain neighborhoods and communities, majority of the property and the land belongs to families. And then I can remember also in the Council of Ministers, we had a discussion, what is considered a home and what is considered a house. And that was a discussion. And I can also remember at one point in time I said, yes, every home should be fixed. Every home should be fixed. And I'm saying this because I get the impression sometimes that nothing was done in terms of rebuilding better. Rebuilding better was a term coined by the then Prime Minister, the Honorable William Allen. We are going to rebuild better. Yes, the building codes, as it was, had some flaws. And I remember driving around doing an assessment, and we did a lot of work. And when we heard the numbers of 60% and 70% and 80% damage, we knew it wasn't true. But I understand where that figure came from, because you can simply take a drone, shoot it up in the sky, and take pictures, and you say, well, 90% of the homes in this area is destroyed, 70% in this area is destroyed, and then you put a holistic figure, a big figure, and say 70 and 80% of the homes on the island are destroyed. That was not the case. I'm going to tell you why the figures ballooned to that amount. Let's take the area of Quebec, for example. 90% of the land and the properties in Quebec belongs to families. And 90% of the homes that are built and that were destroyed in that area are on leased land. And they are built out of T111 structure with a concrete foundation. Majority of those homes were destroyed, not the concrete structures. Majority of the T1 homes, because of the property being leased and the laws at that time that you can't build concrete structure on leased property, 90% of those homes, not houses, homes were destroyed. When you look today and you see tarpaulin still exists, I'm going to tell you the reason why a number of those homes still has tarpaulin on them. Most of the land is leased land, and you have two problems. You cannot find the owners that have leased the property, and secondly, the families now don't want most of the homes to be repaired on their property.
For this holiday season, visit Lucky Group of Companies for all your beauty supplies. In Lucky 2, the most modern store you can find, Melanie Color with Impact Hair Dyes, L'Oreal Paris, Black Opal, Revlon, Maybelline, and NYX Professional Makeup, St. Ives, Oil of Olay, and Neutrogena Body Lotion, Coppertone Sunscreen, brand name perfumes, Disney Cosmetics for kids and travel sizes, a wide selection of synthetic and human hair from the Janet Collection, hair extensions and ladies' wigs in all styles, shape, and colors, perfume gift baskets, a large variety of electronics such as Apple, HP, Nikon, Pioneer, and Olympus, watches from Casio, Seiko, and Citizen, and the latest musical headphones from Beats. Lucky 1, Lucky 2, and Shoppers Plaza is wishing you the very best for the holiday season and a happy new year.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you're for.
What an honor and a pleasure it is, on behalf of the 15 members of Parliament, to welcome you here this morning, to enjoy, even for a short time, a breakfast, a gathering, a fellowship with the members of Parliament who are delighted to serve you students this morning. Last year, the Parliament of St. Martin decided, differently than we have been doing it all along, to use the Christmas season and show our appreciation for the people of St. Martin. Last year, a brunch was provided to the general public right here in this alley in which we are standing today. This year, we chose you students of the schools in the vicinity of the Parliament building. Several of you have visited this building as part of a school tour, but this morning is a special event and we want to share the Christmas season cheer with you. So welcome once again. The theme for this event is Mama, Bake a Johnny Cake. And in those few words, there are so many expressions of what St. Martin is about. It's about our culture. It's about our food and substance. And in our food and substance, the Johnny Cake, as we know it, plays a very, very important role. So welcome once again, students. Thank you for being here. To the teachers and those accompanying the students, thank you for making it possible. To our secretariat and all those who have worked on this project and this event, thank you on behalf of all of the members of Parliament, several of which are here today. I recognize the presence of MP Jacobs here this morning. MP Jacobs, thank you. we have MP Irian. MP Irian, good morning. Thank you for being here. MP Doran, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here. MP Bijlani, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here. MP Mercelina, good morning. Welcome and thank you for being here. We also have MP Peterson there in the back. Good morning, MP Peterson. Welcome and thank you for being here. But again, the special guests here this morning are the students of the St. Joseph School. Let me hear it from the students of the St. Joseph School.
We are students of St. Joseph School and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Beautiful. Orania School, your message, students.
We are the students of the Orania School and we want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Wonderful, thank you. Sister Borgia School, could we get your message?
We are the students of the Sister Borgia Elementary School and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Beautiful, thank you and thank you.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
My questions for the Justice Minister. You mentioned in your opening statement that the fee for the Certificate of Good Conduct would be increased by 5 guilders. Can you give a reasoning for that? And should we expect other justice fees to increase, along with what have you made from what is the income from the Certificate of Good Conduct?
This decision was made prior to me taking office. It was made in 2016 and published in 2016. We are just executing it now. We're also improving on the secured paper that we're going to be using for these certificates of conduct. I don't have the numbers with me right now, but I'm sure I can get there for you, and we'll have it at the end of the year again. How many VOKs or certificates of conduct were issued this year or requested, and I can also share that with you at the end of the year as we get the end of the year report from all of the departments.
Based on reports reaching me, the university similarly is going through some financial hardship. Have you been brought up to speed, and what has been done from your angle to ensure that the financial situation at USM is corrected?
The Council of Ministers is very much aware, and myself very much aware of the financial difficulties that the University of St. Martin is undergoing. We have had discussions with the board, and I can safely tell you that the Council of Ministers has decided to assist the university with to help them through the financial difficulties.
It has come to my hearing that the plane will be submerged somewhere in the ocean. It will becoming a marine park. Has this conversation come to your ears? And explain to the people what's the fact about this conversation.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brown, for your question. Of course, for me, it has always been from day one, taking office the cleanliness of our destination, St. Martin, the island itself. You know, that is one part of many that is still yet to be rolled out and where I see the island needing to be cleaned up. In particular with Air Leckerberg, that discussion is still ongoing with the key stakeholder being, of course, the Nature Foundation in consultation with the Ministry of Rummy. So we look forward to even more positive announcements to ensuring our island continues to be clean going forward.
Thank you, Minister Johnson. Andrew Bishop, you have the floor.
Minister of Justice, there's one question I would like to ask. I understand that you have removed Checkmate from the prison and have put back the VKS. What was your reason? Wasn't Checkmate doing a proper job, or are you finding work for the VKS?
Thank you, Mr. Bishop, for your question. The contract with Checkmate was terminated. We reviewed the contract before we decided to do that. We are busy with a evaluation as well, a safety evaluation. In the meantime, VKS is covering the perimeters as well as the prison, and they're doing a very good job, I must say. I want to thank them as well for that. And we will leave it there. Thank you.